Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing the latest developing stories. We start with Pep Guardiola as the former Barca boss keeps the door open to a Barca return. Of course, in his recent interview, saying that if I think it's necessary, I will come back. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about this other report claiming that Barcelona are set to receive a huge financial blow ahead of the January transfer window. We are going to be looking at that in much detail. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Since his departure in 2012, Barcelona fans have been dreaming about Pep Guardiola's return. The Catalans have continued to win trophies, including a treble under Luis Enrique, but none quite dominated football like Pep. Unfortunately, the Spanish manager has recently agreed to extend his contract with Manchester City, tying him down until 2025. The legendary coach has, however, kept the doors open to a possible return to Barcelona. Returning to Barca? If I think it's necessary, I'll return, but it's not the case. If we have to get together again one day, we will get together again, but let it be naturally, he said, as quoted by Mundo Deportivo. Pep continued to say, I have renovated because it's very sunny here. It's very sunny there, he joked. I feel very good there, very comfortable. They give me everything and I have very good friends nearby. A master of interviews, Pep made sure to tease Barcelona fans again, calling the Catalan capital his home. He said, the city, Manchester, is not Barcelona. I'm not at home. That's obvious, but every 3 days there is a game and I prepare them. That makes me feel good in Manchester and in the city. The former Bayern Munich coach also added that nothing is comparable to Barca because here, everything is on the surface. If I'm here, it's because Barca gave me everything and I will never be grateful enough. I feel at home in the city. I also felt good in Germany and now I had thoughts of ending with my wife, Christina. I had already talked about it enough, but, they have tangled me again. Great words there from Pep Guardiola. Of course, actually, I can say yes, he's teasing Barcelona fans about those statements. And from his words, you can see that he's a guy who still loves Barca and will not have any issue returning to Barca one day. Pep Guardiola, unfortunately, as I say, did extend his contract yesterday officially until 2025 as Manchester City boss. So, of course, they all like him there for what he have done to City. The best manager City have ever had is Pep Guardiola. The success he have brought to them. Pep Guardiola is, for me, I'll always say this. Pep is the best coach ever. Pep is the best coach that can coach Barcelona to bring Barca back to where it belongs. To be honest, with all due respect to Xavi Hernandez, I think Pep Guardiola is the man who, he was born to be a Barca coach. If right now, if Pep was the one under Xavi's shoes, Barca could have been far, very far, to be honest, because Pep is a genius. Pep and Barca is a match made in heaven for me. And I think that all Barca fans, right, all Barca fans will be hopeful to dream one day that Pep returns to this club. Pep is still, is still in his early 50s, and I think, he will have no problem coming back to Barca. He still has some time in his coaching career. So let's see how it goes. Of course, that interview was taken while he was at Barca during the holiday period as the World Cup is ongoing, and I can say that interview is all about teasing Barcelona supporters that he might return. Of course, that gives us some hope, to be honest. That interview from Pep gives us some positivity, some optimism that he may return to Barca. I think he will. I think one day he will return to Barca. And definitely, I think Pep returning to Barca will be a huge boost because he's a genius. The DNA of Barca is Pep's own DNA. He played for the La Masia. He's a Barca by blood. He's a Barca fan. No matter where he coaches, his best club is always Barca. I like him because he never hides the facts. And I think that if he wants to come to coach our club again, Barcelona will be, they'll be right up there, to be honest. You just give him time, he will bring it back as fast as possible. So we wish him all the best at Man City. Of course, extending 2 more years there. It doesn't come as a surprise because City are scared that if they lose Pep Guardiola, they don't have any faith in any other coach that can come, because right now Pep is the best person to take City to any level. Of course, they are still looking for their first Champions League. Pep haven't won the Champions League since 2011 as a Barca coach. Of course, his only two Champions League being won was being a Barca coach, 2009 and 2011. Went to Bayern Munich, played there for 3 years coaching, but all the semi-final stages he was eliminated, and now Man City, have made it to the finals just once under Pep, but was eliminated by Chelsea. So of course, Pep have never hide his mind that unless he takes the Champions League, he will never be satisfied in his job being a Man City boss. So let's see how it looks for Pep moving forward. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona have been in enough turmoil when it comes to dealing with the financial fair play rules in La Liga. Despite undergoing a busy summer transfer window, many believe that the club may not have the spending fortunes next summer when they will not be in a position to utilize so many economic levers. As such, they have to go back to the 1:4 policy, where the club would only be able to spend only €1 for every €4 earned. However, according to Mundo Deportivo, the rule will not be applicable starting from the summer of 2023. The new fair play regulations dictate that clubs that are exceeding their wage budget can only spend 40% of their savings. That means club like Barcelona can only be able to spend €4 for every €10 they earn. However, the clause will be dependent on various factors such as the ability to earn revenue and the consistency with which it can sustain the business structure. There are indications that Barcelona must reduce their wage budget from over €600 million to €400 million in order to escape the wrath of these fair play restrictions. Moreover, the Catalans will not be able to leverage the partial sale of BLM, that is the Barca licensing and merchandising, to generate revenue and escape fair play as per the same laws introduced by the committee. Of course, financial fair play have been a big burden for Barca when it comes to transfer windows. Had it not been for the economic levers that Laporta and his board did activate, I don't know where Barca could have been right now, because those risk-taking ventures helped us to sign in some quality players. And from the way this report is saying, things might look very rough for Barcelona, especially in the January transfer window. Of course, La Liga, with their rules, always come against Barca. Barcelona, let's not forget, we have not been still financially stable. So reports like this shouldn't come as a big surprise, because, we all went with a risk last summer, sell assets of the club just to sign players, and now that the issue is Barca can't activate any economic lever again next summer, that is where the problem now lies. Barcelona need to be very cautious on how they spend, and of course also to ensure that they fall in line with the fair play rules. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.